Good morning. My name is Greg Beasley. I'm the Sales and Marketing Director here at Leecare. And today we will be conducting a demo of the P6MyCarePlan app, which is the resident family application. And our lead training and implementation consultant, Teresa McAleer, will be running the demo. Thank you very much. And Teresa, take it away.
Good morning. So as Greg just mentioned, we're going to do this demo on Mycareplan app. Now you'll see on the screen at the moment the two apps that we've got at Leecare. We've got a P6 mobile app, and the one we're going to be demoing today is this one here, the P6MyCarePlan app. Now these apps can be downloaded from the App Store if you've got an Apple device, or Google Play if you've got a other device. So the first thing we're going to do is download the app, and then once we've got the app, we're going to click on the app. Now this demo is about how to use the app. There is another video out on how to set up the app if that's what you are interested in, but this demo is for the users of this app. So once set up in the Leecare system, the user will be given a username and a password. And into these boxes here, you'll put in your username and your password and then click log in. So I'll just start to do that now. So we're going to put the username in and then the password. And then I'm going to click this login button, just tap it, and then that will load up to the residence homepage. Now, you'll see there's big buttons all on this homepage. I'm going to go through each one and show you what they do. So the very first one that says news, when we click on that, this will open a link to a newsletter that has been posted for residents to read. And then to open the newsletter, you'll just click on the link here that says newsletter, whatever the blue writing is, you'll just tap on that. So if we just tap on that link, then it will open up a newsletter. And to go back to that home page, you just click on the back button up here. Just tap it on your device. When I say click, I mean just tap. The next button is opening up the residence summary care plan. So when I tap this button, it will open up the summary care plan. Now, as you can see, if I just scroll across the page, because I've got my this on a phone in the upright position, if I turn the phone to the landscape position, then you can see the summary care plan in that way as well. And then just to go to the next page, you will just click on these buttons down here to just go to the next page, and it will give you all of the information that is in that summary care plan. Of course, if you're looking at it on a larger device like an iPad or a tablet, you'll see the care plan on a full page. Next icon is this feedback form. Now, this is where the user can send feedback to the staff. So this is where we've added some feedback in, added the date, etc. So you can see there's been lots of feedback here. Now, to add in the feedback, you just click in the box and then type in on your device what you've, I'm going to type in the date on here, just to start my recording. Now, you can type in using the typewriter, but if you've got a device that's got a microphone in it, it'll have a little icon like this at the bottom, indicating there's a microphone. So you can just click on that and give your feedback or whatever the question is that you need to ask. My washing didn't come back on time today. Okay, click on that. My washing didn't come back on time today. I needed those clothes for my outing. Can we please have them come back when you say they're going to come back? So that's just how you would send, do your message. As I said, you can either type it or use the microphone to speak into it. And then you can then go down to the bottom here. We've got the save button. You can click save, and then that information will go to a form in Leecare where the staff can read it. And you can see here that you've got the feedback from the staff, which will show up in this box here. You've also got some other feedback where you can just tick the information, and say what the feedback is regards to, etc. Here, and then you've got satisfaction surveys at the bottom where you can say I'm satisfied with my current care plan, and you've got a yes, no, or more details. Not quite. Okay, so they're some of the options that you've got in that feedback form. Now, to go back to our home page, as I said before, click this back button at the top. The forms, when you click on this one here that says forms, this will bring up a list of forms that you have access to. Some of them will just be read only. Some of them you can add things to. So for instance, in your life story, this is where you could put in details about your life and information that you might find useful either for your family to read or for the staff at the centre to read. So you would just type in here by clicking in the box, and again, either using the microphone at the bottom or just typing in the information. And then once you've done that, you would then go and just save. Click the save button and save what you wanted to say. You've also got information to the feedback that takes you to the same feedback form that the feedback button takes you to. So there's a list of forms in here that you would have access to, where you can read what the staff have written, or whoever has done the review of you, what they've written, or you can also add information to those forms as you need. The photos, when you click on this one here, this icon that says photos, this is where you can see photos that that have been posted for you, or you can add photos. So if you share this app with your family can add photos to this, and you can share different photos. Now, to add photos, see the little cross down the bottom here. When you tap on that little plus sign, you'll get two options. You'll get this one here, which is you can access to the camera on the device where you can take a photo, or this is an access to the photos that you've saved on your device where you can add a photo. So if we're going to just take a photo, we would just click on the camera. So when I click on the camera, you can see the camera will take a photo of whatever, will take the photo, and then you've got the option to use the photo or retake it. So you can, if you want to use the photo, you click use the photo, then you get to see what the photo looks like. You can add a caption, to that photo, and then you can just click save. Or if you don't want the photo and you think, no, I won't post that, you can just click cancel. And then of course the other icon is to go to your photos. So when you click on that, it will take you to your photos. It's asking you, do you want to access it? And you just click on whatever the access is, then just click on the photo, and then you can, I'm going to put limit access there. So we can just go through and just find some photos, and just click on the photo, show selected photo, and done, and then that should add the photo. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to get out of that. Let's cancel that. Yeah. So, I'll just go and find that photo again. And yeah, just click on the photo, and then the photo will come up. You put in a caption, and you can just save it, and then it's asking me to put a caption in. Save it, and then that's probably quite a large photo, so you'll see the photo will come up there. And then when you click on the photo, you can see what the photo looks like. So that's the photos. The documents, it's just waiting to load there. In the documents, these will be documents that have been uploaded to the residents' uploaded documents in the program. And you can see you cannot actually open these documents, but it just lets you know. So maybe if you've been waiting for some results to come back and the staff uploaded the results into your Leecare profile, you'll just get information there of what documents have been uploaded, and you can then ask the staff, and oh no, look, you just click on it and it will show you the document. All right, so there are the documents that have been uploaded. The statements, one down here, the statements, when you click on this, if your organisation is using Leecare for their invoice statements, there will be your invoice statement. You can access that, or your monthly care statement. So if we just click on the monthly care statement, this was telling me that it's not been published for this month yet. So that's why I'm getting that error message, but that's what they would be. Now, when you come down the bottom here to more, we click on that. This is going to show you events or tasks that have been added to the system. Now, he hasn't got any at the moment. But if you did, some of the tasks that might be added would be if you've got a doctor's appointment and that task has been added to the tasks, and then you would see that. Now the orders one, this one here, is used, you need to contact your organisation for more information about how that one is being used. So that would be something that the organisation could set up if there was orders, etc. But yeah, we haven't got that set up in here at the moment. So that's just a little bit about the app and how to find your way around it. To log out of the app, you just click up on this button up here where it says log out, and it will take you back to the MyCarePlan. So I hope that's given you a little bit of a guide on how to navigate around the MyCarePlan app and what's available to you.
Thanks, Teresa. And just a couple of quick questions that I'm sure some folks will have. With the list and the forms, those forms are dynamic and based on what is available already in the main web application for the client. So they have the client has the option to display which forms they want the resident and resident family to see or have access to, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And we
And
recommend that you review before you, if you are, before you give the app or to your residents, that you do review those forms and decide which forms are going to be read access and which forms are going to be write access, or which forms you're going to allow the app to see, which forms you are not going to allow the app to see.
excellent. And what about in the feedback section, how do the staff know that the feedback that the resident or resident family has provided feedback?
So there is a report. There will be a report in reports in Leecare in the full program, and that tells you. Just let me get it up and get the name of that report for you. It's called feed. If you just type in the list view of reports, and I'll just bring this screen across and hopefully can you see this screen? So under the list view of reports,
You may have to share a different screen.
Okay, I'll just put in a new share. So this is the full program that you can go to. And under the list view of reports, if you just type in here feedback.
Actually, we're still not seeing your screen yet.
Oh, okay then. We'll
Might have to
just
stop
wait
the
for
mirror.
okay. Okay, does your screen come up?
There we go.
Can you see the report screen now?
Yep.
Okay. So under the list view of reports, if you type in feedback in there, you can see we've got this report, feedback from the person and the organisation via MyCarePlan app. So when you click on this and you choose your facility, go show report, it will show you if there's been any feedback. So if we just go down to, sorry, I'll just cancel that and we'll do that again and just go to, we'll just go to the resident and we'll just choose Peter and go show report. So this will show you what he's put in today. And then it shows you the feedback that staff have given and other details from that feedback page.
Excellent.
Now, if you're wondering where this information comes from or goes to in the app, if we go into Peter's home page and we go into the group that has got daily forms, and we've got a daily form there called feedback to staff. And this is where at the top of this daily form is where that information is coming from. And then for you to send a reply to the app, you would go into this box here and put in your reply. Now, we have been stacking information. As you can imagine, this is a training site, so we've been stacking information on there. You can actually remove that information. So I'm just going to delete all of that information and put in my reply to today's message.
And while she's doing that, for those who are already thinking, well, what happens to the record?
Yes, yeah.
The actual record of the previous data is saved and
Yes, so
archived.
exactly. So if I removed that data and then if I go and click save, we can create a progress note. We go back to the same assessment. When you go into view report, it will show you for that, you can put in a date range or just look at what was done. So it's going to show you the feedback. Now, this is what I've done today, but if I go back to a previous entry, you can see all of the other entries that have been made there. So even though I've removed it from the box, and which will also remove it from the app, we've still got a history of that information in the view report.
Fantastic. And then two final questions, Teresa. The family user and password. Now that will actually be the same for everyone, correct?
The family user password.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the same. When a person is set up as a user, so if I go into the administration console in the manage user and we put Peter's name in there, go search. So Peter is set up as a MyCarePlan user. Now, if the resident wants to have the family have access to MyCarePlan, the person that's set up in the system is the details of that person is what you give to all of the other users. So say Peter's my dad. I want access to the MyCarePlan app so that I can communicate with him. So does my brother. So what Dad would do, Peter would give us the username and the password that the organisation has given him. And then we use that same username and password to access the app.
Fantastic. And then I noticed that there was in the mobile app, there was a My Care review signature. And that was, again, I guess, allowing for if you needed to gain a signature to say that you've done something for a particular resident or that you were getting consent for something. I noticed a spot in the mobile app for them to pay to capture the signature.
Exactly. So that would be on the if we're looking at the full program, that would be on, again, we'll go back to Peter's home page. And if we are looking at the summary care plan, is this where you were talking about, Greg, where the signature was on the summary care plan? Always.
There's a field where you can capture someone's signature. If you can you go back into the mobile app quickly?
Back into the mobile app, yeah. Logging in. Okay, under the care plan, was it that you saw it, Greg?
Yeah. So I'll just get you to share your screen.
Yeah. Let's show that one. Let's move to the yeah.
So yeah, in care plan.
Just waiting for that to load. This is taking a minute to load. It's not loading for me for whatever reason. My internet's probably a bit slow here today. Stop the video, Greg,
Yeah.
because that's not loading.
There you go.
So
Yep, that's it.
on the bottom of the feedback form, I didn't go down far enough before, but on the bottom of the feedback form, you've got a section where you can have my care plan review signature. Now, if how that will look to you as the resident, as the client, is when you come into the My Care Plan review feedback form. Now, all of these
Just
forms,
need to share that screen.
yeah, I didn't share that screen. There we go. Is the
There we
share
go.
coming through? Yeah.
Yep.
So when you go into the resident's homepage, all of those forms that I showed you on the app, you'll find those under the details tab, and they're all of these My forms. Now, the My Care Plan review feedback form, this is the form that you see on the app. And at the bottom of this form is where that signature is that I've just showed you in the app. And this is how it would come out once the resident has signed it. You've got their signature that they've reviewed their care plan. And that's where they can give you feedback on their care plan, etc. Now, these are the forms also under details that we suggest that you go through and check all of these My forms and decide before you offer the app to your residents. Decide which forms you're going to have included in the app, and that will go through that when we set up the app for you. You decide which forms, you decide which questions are you going to make, allow them residents to add information to and which ones you're just going to make read only, or we can hide certain things in the schema of forms. All right, so that would be a whole conversation that you'd have with either Greg or whoever does your IPD for the MyCarePlan app.
All right. Well, that wraps up our demo for today. Thank you, Teresa. And anyone who's watching this as a recording, please feel free to reach out to myself. Again, it's greg.b@leecare.com.au. Of course, you can reach us by phone on 03-933-9688. Happy to help. Happy to answer any questions you might have. But this is a fantastic opportunity to keep your resident family members engaged. And yeah, if you have any questions or would like to start the implementation process, please contact me at your convenience. Thank you and have a good day.